I'm going to take a sip of water. I started thinking, boy, I'm getting a little thirsty, so that's a good reminder to all of you to go grab some water right now. Make sure you're drinking some periodically throughout the routine.
Barb, you may also want to just address breathing during exercises, because I know that's really important.
You definitely want to make sure you don't ever hold your breath throughout an exercise, so we don't want anybody passing out. Do think about breathing. It's best to exhale during the difficult phase of any exercise. So when you're lifting, you should be breathing out and inhaling as you come down. So whatever's the hardest part, or like when you're doing chest press and you're pushing out, that would be the hard part. So you would be breathing out and then inhaling as you come back. But most importantly, don't hold your breath. When you do abdominals, a lot of people do tend to hold their breath. So really think about that. We're going to do 2 exercises on the ball for our abdominals. One is working pretty much your whole abdominal section, and then the second exercise we're going to do is going to focus on those sides, that love handle area that everybody loves. So the first one is just a simple ball crunch. You're going to want to get the ball placed between your mid-back and upper back. You can loosely place your fingertips behind your head. Don't hold your head. Just kind of put those fingertips back there to give your neck just a little bit of support. And do not bend at the neck. Pretend you have an apple tucked between that chin and chest. Your feet, again, are helping you to form a table on the top of this ball. You're not sagging down here. You're lifting those hips, forming that table, and you're going to simply lift your shoulders towards the ceiling. Again, what you're not doing is you're not bringing your head forward. Okay, you've got that apple stuck there, so all you can do is lift towards that ceiling.
And I tell you, it's so important as we, especially as we get a little older, to work on those abdominals and that low back. Remember, that's what stabilizes our whole body. And we see so many people that, as they age, start developing a lot of low back problems. And it's not just the back; it's losing that strength in the abdominal region as well. So it's real important when you're exercising, focus on those abdominals.
The great thing about using this ball is while you're doing this exercise, the ball is wobbling a little bit. And so you're using your core just to keep that ball in place. So it's kind of like getting two for one. Okay, we have worked our central abdominal muscles, and now we're going to go to working our oblique muscles. This one requires a little balance, and you may need to just have some patience and kind of work with it. You're going to again need to find a wall that you don't mind putting your feet up against. You're going to have one foot in front of you and one foot back behind you. Your hip is digging into that ball, and you may have to work on the placement of that hip on the ball. I need it a little bit more towards the center. The more you have your hip towards the wall, a little bit easier it's going to be. You're going to gently place your fingertips again behind your head. Now we're not twisted towards the wall. We're perpendicular to that wall. Our body is like forming a line perpendicular to that wall. Again, fingertips slightly behind the head. You're going to lean down, and then my elbow is headed towards that wall. This is working that love handle area or the obliques. So you're going to do 12 on one side, and then 12 on the other side. Again, really focus on pointing that elbow towards the wall so that your body's not going off center like that, but just forming that straight line. Okay, Again, I'm putting the hip, not quite on the top of the ball, down a little further towards the wall. One foot out front, other foot behind.
And I'll tell you, if you're a person that enjoys things like playing golf, this is an incredible exercise for those obliques and to help kind of loosen those muscles up as well. So it actually helps with side-to-side rotation. A lot of times people get really contracted in those obliques and they begin to shorten, and it makes it very difficult to get that rotation. So we can't promise this will put extra points on your scorecard or take points off. Take points off, yeah. Unless it's me, it may put it on. But it is really good for getting that kind of side-to-side rotation.
Right. We have one more exercise. I love this one. It's called the inchworm. It's just a great core stabilizer. And you're going to look like a worm. What you're going to do is just lay on top of that ball. Walk your hands out until that ball is probably right under your, needs to be more under your ankles. Then you're going to take the ball and roll it in. It's like an inchworm. This exercise, you get to bring your knees towards your chest. You want to keep your feet stable on the ball.
And this may not be one you're comfortable with starting right out of the gate with, but it's not a difficult exercise, and I tell you, it's just wonderful to stretch that back and again work those abdominal muscles.
Do I look like an inchworm?
You look like an inchworm.
Okay. I think I need a little fur coat around me, make me look more like a caterpillar.
But again, the benefit of using these exercise balls and bands is it's just so effective. I can guarantee you, if you're following along with us, you're probably certainly by now feeling it. It's not expensive. A lot of people think they have to go out and spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on exercise equipment, and we certainly see all those things that promise the world. But the key thing, folks, is to just begin exercising. This is a wonderful way to get into this if you're a beginner. Even I challenge you if you're intermediate or even advanced. It's a great set of exercises. And as we're going through this, again, remember that you can pause the video, you can back up, you can stop it, just go back through and really follow Barb and learn that form. She just has excellent form. She's a great teacher. And, this was really going to help you out, and that's something that we have to do, Barb. Exercise is not a maybe.
It's not an option. It's like brushing your teeth every day. It's something that has to be done.
Yeah.
That's how it's just not an option.
Yeah. And as you fit it in, it just becomes easier and easier.
One other thing I wanted to say is a lot of times people tend to want to only work out their trouble spots on their body. I took you through a whole body workout. You can't spot reduce. You can't just fix those love handles. You need to work out your whole body so that your body and your muscles are balanced, which is really important.